Okay, you've asked for it. You're going to get it. Here's some relationship advice. Dear Bombshell, I always love saying that. My question is about how my man never wants to take a picture with me. From the day we met, which was our first date, to now, which is now 6 months into the relationship, he's camera shy. I don't know what to make of this. When every time I suggest, how about a picture, he says, not now. I don't know if it's because he's self-conscious or because he's ashamed of me. How would you read this? Well, different people perceive things different ways. One person might see it as he's in another relationship. He doesn't want that person that he's in the other relationship with to know that you're together in a relationship. Or it could be that he's self-conscious. Could be that he doesn't like the way he is perceived in pictures or the way the camera angle is held. What you really got to do, if you want to find out the answer to this burning question, sit him down and say, okay, look, I want to take pictures. What's the deal? How come I can't take pictures with you? And get his perspective on it. You may see things a totally different way than he sees things, but it takes two to actually sit down and talk things out. Now the next question. Dear Bombshell, my question is, this one's kind of a layered one, so it looks like it's a multi-question. Let's try and do this here. My girlfriend's mother has called me and asked me to be with her during a procedure that is a minor, not major. I'm not one for pampering. I figure at a certain age, she should do things on her own. Her mother sees things differently and thinks that I should be there to lend a comforting hand. My girl is very, let me think of a way to put this without hurting anybody's feelings, is very not spoiled, but yet needs attention. And I don't like to be the one to pamper her all the time. I think that at her age, she should be able to handle some things on her own. We both have a two different careers, but yet we're in a relationship. How can we make this work? And how can she go through her procedure without me there? A, I don't know what the procedure is because you're very vague. B, if you're in the relationship, I know this is a big thing for you guys out there, but support is a thing that you've got to do. Okay? I know it's just overwhelming and it cramps your style and you're just not one of these big burly guys that like to be there to offer a shoulder. But there's some things that, us women, we need to know that you're out there in the waiting room at least, or you're going to be in there holding our hand going, you know what, you got this. And if you can't be that person, then I guarantee you she's going to find somebody who can. And if her mother is telling you, hey, she needs you to be there and tell her some nice words to get her through this, you need to listen. This is your calling. This is God talking to you through the mom, okay? I know you're not seeing the big picture right now because obviously you're having to ask me for advice. Go to the procedure. And luckily this was asked yesterday, so there's still time for you to get to the procedure. Next question. Dear Bombshell, well, this one's kind of cute. My man makes fun of me drinking iced tea unsweet, and he loves to drink soda pop. How can I get him to come to the unsweet side? Well, you can't change somebody that you're in love with. They are who they are. And you know what? Maybe he's poking fun at you because he's amazed at the ability that you have in drinking something unsweet. Because he has to have a sweet in his pop. So, you can both do whatever you want to drink as long as you're drinking it across from each other. See what I'm saying? Oh, this is a good one. During the pandemic, my girlfriend's been getting on my nerves. And all she does is talk more than I have ever heard anybody talk before. How do I get her to realize that sometimes I don't want to hear every single detail of her day? And you know what? Leave some mystery. Well, maybe she wants you to hear every single detail of her day because she cares about you and she thinks that, you're important in her life, so therefore you should be able to share every detail of the day. Now, if you can't, then there is a problem. And that problem is much deeper than I can help you with. That you probably should see a counselor for. Just saying. Dear Bombshell, my question is, my man wants to eat bacon and all the greasy fried food he can. Me, on the other hand, I'm like a bunny rabbit. I love my green leaves. I love to eat stuff like that. Help. And this is, you're going to really go, what? Why is she saying this? But I have learned throughout life that sometimes you have to give in. If they're going to eat a hamburger, then guess what? You better be eating a hamburger. It's for one night. And you know what? If you have to take the bun off, something I've learned with Grandpa, because, they don't offer grilled chicken wraps out there at Wendy's anymore. Okay? Listen to this, Wendy's. You really need to offer that. We stopped eating at Wendy's. So we had to find something else that we both could eat, that we both could get along on. That's how we came around to Arby's. And when we went to Arby's, which I used to work there, and we had baked potatoes when I worked there. Arby's, listen up. But anyway, there's you can eat off the coupon menu. And you know what? One thing I've learned, as long as you have at least 2 good healthy meals, 1 unhealthy meal is okay, as long as you're real strict on what that unhealthy meal is entailing. Now, a few years ago, I would say, you're going to sit there and eat a salad. You're going to eat healthy. Yes, I know. And I almost drove myself to anorexia, which was stupid. So, it's better to be smart and a little bit of fat than no fat at all. So, you can sit across from him, say he's eating a roast beef. You can take part of that bun off, eat the bottom bun, and your roast beef. And if you're really like us at home in quarantine, your animals are probably sitting there begging at the table, wanting table scraps, which our animals are spoiled, very spoiled, and it shows. And let me just tell you, our dog and cat has gotten so good that they will get their part of the roast beef, no joke. And so therefore, we're downsizing already what we're eating. And that we both get 2 potato cakes right now because they're $1, and they're not that fattening. You can take the napkin and blot your grease off, and it's even better. So, you just got to adjust, one thing that in relationships that is probably more prevalent now than I've learned in the past is there is a lot of give and take. And you've got to be able to go, okay, I'm not set in my ways. I'm going to work with you. And if you can't work together, then they ain't going to work. And I think that's important in any relationship. You have to be able to see it as this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what you're bringing to the table. Now, how are we going to sit down and be able to coexist at that table? And I honestly think it's not a food problem. It's just a communication problem. So you can sort this out through one night of eating unhealthy. You may have stomach gurgling going on. But afterwards, the greatest reward is the time you spent together. Not the stomach ache, but the time you spent together. And I hope that helps all of my ones asking questions out there. That's all for tonight, folks. I'm going to go wrap some gifts and get things ready. I've already got Grandpa's Father's Day wrapped. I had that wrapped 2 weeks ago. So I've just got to do the other wrapping. And I'm going to try and relax tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll see how I feel. Because, I'm working steadily, plus having my issues with my health. But I don't know when I'll be coming back on here to spend time with you all. And I apologize. But just feel the reward of me coming on here and, giving you this on my night off, A. B, finally giving you what you've been wanting, which is a Dear Bombshell and relationship advice. Last night was Dear Bombshell, basically, and tonight is relationship advice. I hope that I helped all of those who needed my advice. And God bless each and every one of you. Wash those hands. We're still in COVID, people. And let's be responsible. Love ya. Take care.